Before we start, if you're hearing a kunk sound or a sound, that's because I'm using my freaking dryer. I'm doing laundry right now, and stuff will pretty much happen with all that. So just FYI, I just wanted to get that cleared. And of course, obviously, you know, so if you're hearing a bang bang, it's probably not too loud, but it's probably loud enough. But at this point, I don't really care. As long as you can hear my voice, that'll be fine. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about this video. And yes, even though I don't know how short this video will be, I know it's going to be my shortest one yet, considering that I know there have not been much towards GPReed's story thing yet right now, but there has been a lot we need to discuss. And there's actually something very interesting to note that is very well combined. Now, of course, today's video we'll be talking about the recent incident about what happened with Naomi that is raising red flags all over. And that is, of course, the two videos, which is titled Nothing, like literally it's just 3 dots, and then, what happened to this person, blah, blah, blah. To go ahead and just get down to the dirty of it, and there goes that beep I was talking about, so that'll make things easier. Let's go ahead and just watch the video to get a understanding of what's going on. Yeah, I'm not even gonna cry. I'm trying to figure out the best joke response to that because the only thing, like, I put in, even in that video the last video you just saw, I even put in a comment, yeah, if you're thinking a freaking broken jaw is a good idea of feeling like she's okay. I mean, now looking at it, it doesn't even look kind of like broken jaw, but yeah, you can see why this is concerning. So, pretty much to kind of explain this, which is kind of funny because it just shows just how sloppy the Soul Corp is when not realizing I get it's an ARG, by the way, breaking fourth wall. I get it's supposed to be an ARG and supposed to find codes and all that. That makes sense. But man, this company slips a lot of things down. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just a story, and, I wouldn't blame it. It makes it more fun. Now, to kind of explain what you just saw, honestly, it's very vague. So what we just saw is the first video, which has been confirmed from the second, was a leak, which isn't surprising because this happened before. Apparently, there was a young girl screaming, "Hey, I want to see my mom," and then this flipped out. Now, P.S., we'll get to that girl in a bit, and believe it or not, it is the exact same girl you saw smiling, but it's not the exact same voice, obviously, we know that. And apparently the excuse they give was apparently she forgot to take her quote-unquote meds, which I question if it's Mentos or drugs. That's a joke from Markiplier. If you haven't seen one of his videos, you understand, but still, it's a Mentos or drugs, I don't know. And pretty much, to make a long story short, I don't know what they did, but obviously, no matter what you jumped on the gun, they're obviously forcing her to smile and do a thumbs up while saying everything is okay, but not with her voice, but obviously with a robot voice. Now, there is a lot of big things. Now, the first thing is, I don't even need to show you guys who this person is because we've seen her before. However, I do want to make notes on who this person is. Now, of course, I'm blanking on her name, but she's actually from another ARG that GPReed has recently covered. Go to his channel because I did see the video and it is interesting, but to make a long story short, if I can get this correct, I know he's going to kick my ass for not getting this correct, but apparently the ARG is about two girls living in separate universes or timelines, one from a broken future, and the other one is from a odd past, and apparently they're trying to figure out why this happened, because the YouTube channels they're using are used at the same time. It's pretty much interesting, but there's a couple of reasons why this she obviously is with them, and I think their story. I want to point out that I don't think GPReed is game jacking the ARG. I think he's actually once again using it as a symbolism kind of thing, because obviously I think he's also going to see it. My theory is he's going to try to combine his GPReed story with that story, but we don't know, because it turns out they're actually friends. How, I don't know. That's, you gotta ask him. But the reason why I point all this out is because her story, her ARG actually has symbolisms that reflect Grant Reed's. And you think I'm joking? Well, let me show you one of the biggest examples that proves my point.
Dimension, as it might connect to something important later. Cyprus, Alex, Mallory, Perimity, Icarus. These are all names of Greek origin, with legends attached to each of them. As you all most likely know, Icarus is a boy whose father made him wings, but he flew too close to the sun, and his wings melted. Perimity, described as a fair-haired witch, was wife to a king, and mother of Hippodamus and Orestes by the river god.
Yeah, that's right. There is Greek mythology with that series, and yeah, it's called Materi Pekka. I hope I'm getting that right. Who knows? I'll send the link down in the description if you want to check out the ARG yourself. The description of that last video you just saw, because GPReed does a good job explaining it more. But yes, he is working with this woman, and it appears to be that she was another one of Mayumi's things. You know, victims, and I think, okay, if I were to boil down the incident and figure out what happened, apparently she broke through the mental drug that she's been using, because remember, we have pointed out most noticeably that as of now, instead of cloning, it's possibly a drug thing that they hypnotize their opponents and because we all know that Mikey is possibly was hypnotized, even though he said he was cloned, blah blah. Just watched my live stream recently. I did a live stream recently, and you know, all that, and it's possible that he may have broken out. Like, to give an idea, even though mind control is very common in media, one thing you gotta remember also with the commentary is once you break out of it, you break out of that mind control. There's a lot of examples, and there's one big example that he probably inspired by that, but I'm not going to get into details because that leads into a path that we all know I don't want to go into again. But the point is, I think that's obviously, if you know what I'm talking about, that's obviously where he's probably gained this, and just like what happened with said Toe, he must have broke through it, and she was like, where I see my mom. Now, there's obviously a big thing. A lot of people might be also wondering, wait, could this also be connected to, you know, the Mary and, you know, connected to her ARG? We don't know yet. Like I said, I don't know if GPReed is going to game jack with that, but, you know, they actually are working together, and I think there are friends, so unless that is confirmed, I don't know. I mean, it's not as the same as my Pokey story, because that's a whole other thing. I mean, it's kind of linked, but not in the same way. I got my own plans with that thing. Trust me, it's going to be weird, but it's not. I don't know how fully connected. I don't even know how fully connected GPReed's going to do, because he did say that he'll try to connect Pokey's story with that, or do a video about that. Though we'll have to see. But point is, what this does confirmed is more of Naomi's secret acts. But one big question remains out of all this: who the heck leaked that? That's the big question. Because if it really is a leak, then who is leaking that? Obviously, the first two to be pointed figures at is the forgotten White Naomi or the Phoenix. But we don't know. We still don't know because, who knows what's going on in Soul Corp. All I will say is that really the only funny thing that comes out to this is the fact that they're trying to brush this off when in reality, even their brush off video could tell something is up because you do not smile like you have a broken jaw and thumbs up into the camera. And it looks like desperation, like they're going to do something. It reminds me a lot like when they introduced the White Naomi. And of course, they confirmed that it probably wasn't the case, but I don't know. I still think it looks like a fucking jigsaw thing. But it reminds me so much of how desperate they make these characters look in a mind control. And I can't help but also make a connection back to Mikey when he was under influence or something like that. But anyways, yeah, that's what's been recently going on. And yes, I have not skipped on the fact that they're also selling masks, which again begs the question on what's going on. But I think the funny thing also we need to take into account, and it explains some stuff, but it also explains why the freaking sun looks creepy. I think their drugs are very mundane, to say the least, if it really is medication. And as to what this connects to the Mallory story, I don't know. You guys have to do that research. But the point is, what happened is pretty much simple. Naomi accidentally once again slip up, which apparently they're too ignorant to figure out how to not to, and pretty much we once again see the darkness. But it also finally confirms that, yeah, it is mind control through drugging. How? I don't know, but it confirms a lot, and it also, confirms, Mallory there might be even a connection to the ARG. Again, I don't know if GPReed is game jockey. I think he really isn't. I want to make that clear. I do not think he is, and he can definitely back it up himself because, reasons. But I don't know. This is definitely took it a bizarre turn because it shows just how forceful Naomi is. Because, let's all be fair, if you're seeing a person looking like that and some robotic voice is talking to them and making a lie about, even then, what's even creepier is the fact that they mute her, if you recall. They force mute her, which, by the way, if you don't understand that, mutinism is an actual biological thing where a person can't speak, and not just psychological, but sometimes their freaking voice box is cut out or something bullshit, which now leads into something I just realized. Holy crap, what if Naomi did that? I highly doubt it because I don't see stitches, but still, holy crap. But it does question, it really does put you into question, is this company safe? I don't know. But anyways, like I said, also in the Discord, if you guys are just coming back from the Discord seeing my posts, I will have another Naomi video, well, not Naomi, but GPReed Fury video. I have to look it up first. But pretty much, yeah. Let's just hope nothing. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, this is just getting weirder and weirder, just FYI. But yeah, snapping out here. Bye.